for another 2 weeks. And then hopefully I will be can be back to regular streaming, but not sure yet. 8.4 hours, okay. I mean, I'm in 7 hours right now, so I'm still the point where I could reach this time. Ah. Okay, I have no cross. So this is the... Okay, I need to find this. Monday, February 14th, 1994. On Valentine's Day, Trisha gave me some chocolate. I've never seen that brand before. I bet it must be expensive. I haven't finished making the music box. Ah, the music box. Okay. I had hoped that it would be her Valentine's Day present. I just give it to her later. Hopefully she can forgive me. Friday, February 18th, 1994. It's been quite some time since I last talked to Father Matthew. He's always asking how I'm doing after Sunday service, but I tend to ignore him whenever possible. I know it's wrong. I need to find a way to make amends with him. Tuesday, April 19, 1994. The grass has been growing wild lately. The weeds are everywhere and Andrew's not here. Actually, he hasn't been here for quite a while now. I wonder what happened to him. I should visit him after work tomorrow. Saturday, September 23, 1994. I was about to pick Andrew up for work when I found him lying unconscious on the floor. There was an empty bottle of sleeping pills at the table. I immediately called the ambulance. According to the nurse, this is Andrew's third suicide attempt. She's glad that I saved him in time. An hour later and he could have died. I don't know why Andrew would commit suicide. What I know is that he must be lonely. He needs a friend. Wednesday, September 28, 1994. I visited Andrew at the hospital today. He's out of emergency and is recovering quite well. While I was cutting the fruits, he told me his story. In 1972, there was a maid who came to work at the mansion. Her name was Sophia. She was a hard-working young lady with a great personality. She was loved by many. A few years into her job, however, she had an affair with Charles. A child was born. When Vivian found out, she was furious and decided to kick her out of Painscreek. What happened after that was a tragedy. On June 26, 1974, at 11 p.m., Vivian, Dr. Johnson, and Andrew confronted Sophia. A fight broke out. Sophia fell and hit her head on a nearby well. She stopped moving. Dr. Johnson checked and realized she was dead. Her neck had broken. No one knew what to do. Vivian then asked Andrew to take care of the body and her baby. Andrew did what he had to do to protect Vivian. After that night, they vowed never to tell anyone about the incident. Before leaving, I asked Andrew what the baby's name was. He said it was Vincent, and I left the hospital. I couldn't help but pity Andrew. What? Left the hospital? Hospital. I couldn't help but pity Andrew. He's lived a confusing life and the struggle shows. I hope he can heal. Okay. The hidden truth. Okay, now we found out. Finally. So now we need this cross. I don't want to be fired. Okay. So the thing is now. So what next? So I still have this butterfly-shaped key, mostly for locking musical boxes and wall clocks. So, I mean, he was talking about the musical box giving to Trisha, right? The question is there any musical box? Did he give any musical box to Trisha? And if yes, where it is? Or where is it? If it's at the mansion, then I know where it is, but then I'm missing the key. So there's like at the mansion in the garden, there's like a gate, but the gate is not open yet. And I don't know how to open it. It's before the mansion, okay. Okay. Somewhere here. Where the trees are. Bro! How are I supposed to find this? Yeah, and what fucking... And where do I get the key now? What a surprise! It's locked. Near the graveyard there is a car. Okay, I follow your lead now. Because I actually really have no clue. You mean this car? Or which one? So here's the cemetery. The graveyard. So here's a car. Yeah, follow the left side of the road and look closely. I mean, here, maybe. Oh! Here indeed is a key. But I need tools. Again. For fuck's sake. Oh, man. I have still no fucking idea where to go. So, if I read... let me quickly read a couple of things. Okay. There is in the church somewhere. I think it's a 4-digit code. So, okay. Yeah, exactly. So, in the church, there was a room where I needed a code. But I don't know where I get the code from so far. So, but this is something we probably can solve somehow. I just need to find out the code. So, and it's a 4-digit code, right? So, and I tried a couple of things from those dates already. but it didn't work out. Yeah, I mean, May 3rd, 1985. So I tried, for example, this. Didn't work too. I tried this. You mean this? Seriously? Seriously? Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, I tried all kinds of combination before, but good. One more thing done. Let's meet at our secret hideout at 5 p.m. Code change to 8831. Okay, I think I know already what this is. Okay, Sunday. Sorry. Sunday, February 18, 1990. Mr. Peterson passed away at the age of 81. Everyone attended his funeral today. He was buried next to Miss Peterson. The population of Painscreek is decreasing. Old people are dying and young people aren't coming back after college. I will stay in Painscreek till I'm old, and I will die like Miss... And will I die like Mr. Peterson? Will I be anyone left at the point? Thursday, April 22, 1990. Trisha talks a lot to me recently. I feel comfortable whenever she's around. I can't be myself in front of her. She makes me happy. Monday, May 14th, 1990. Father Matthew tells me that it's important to have goals in life. I wonder what life goal I should have. I wonder what Father Matthew's goals is. Sunday, May 18th, 1990. It's been a few months since Derrick got hired by Trisha's dad to be the mansion driver. He gets to travel around the world now. I envy him. I want to work too, so that I can buy something nice for Trisha. Monday, May 20, 1990. There's a secret room in the mansion. I can't believe it. I can't wait till Saturday to explore it with Trisha. Okay. I was pretty sure that this was the code, but sometimes it's like with the zero, sometimes without. That's a little bit weak. I mean, it's not completely weak. I could have tried it, but it's like, I don't know. Felt a little bit weird. Okay, now I need to get back to the mansion. I mean, I could have tried it, actually. But now think about this. It's not like it's so far away, but... I mean, I tried a couple of times now. Everything. So you kind of lose your patience at some point. 8831 is it? Okay, so let's cross this out too. Okay. Okay, attic. I have an attic key now. Trisha's key. March 26th, 1993. I like being with Scott. I can be myself in front of him. He doesn't judge me or tell me what to do. He cares about what I think. He makes me happy. Ah. Scott and I have decided to have our own secret hideout. It'll be really fun. Mom won't know that we're secretly meeting. I'm so glad that Scott is now working at Dimension, although having Andrew as his supervisor is probably not the best idea. He's drunk all the time. I don't want him to influence Scott in a bad way. September 16th, 1993. Scott has to work the garden the whole day. After that, he has some errands to do. I guess we won't be meeting today. I miss him already. October 1, 1993. I wanted to learn photography, so Mom hired Oliver to be my tutor. At first, I thought he would be too old to teach. Plus, his techniques are probably too ancient. But when he came, I surprised that he's very humble person. Despite our age differences, we talked for hours. I felt comfortable around him. Then he showed the photos he took. They were beautiful. It was around this point that I figured out that Oliver is perfect as a tutor. That I should have been so quick to judge the old man. That Oliver is my teacher. October 5, 1993. Scott was finally finished moving all his stuff to the cabin. Winter's coming. It'll be extremely cold in the cabin. The fireplace should help. Maybe I should knit a scarf for Scott. I think I'll visit him today. Okay, so where have I wrote down the other ones? Wait. So we have the horse 5, the peasant 2, the queen 1, and the tower 7. Could be that they are for the puzzle in the one in the how's it called, in the working place of in the mansion. Oliver from the photo lab borrowed a shovel and a wrench. Andrew. Yes, we have extras, so I told him he could keep the tools until he was done with them. Okay. So where are the extra tools? Okay. So what did we get? Like a mansion key found in the mansion's garden shed. So this is the attic, and this is probably for the hospital, right? So now we go try the attic first. And I want to check out if okay, it would be so it could be 2. Oh wait, we do this different. I mean, maybe we need more. Or we need the right combination, however. Then let's check the attic first. Let me go to the attic first. Okay, attic. Tea time. Secret safe instruction. Insert the clock key. Ah, set the time, turn the key. Tea time? What is tea time? What would be accurate tea time? Is it like... Okay, so we open this door now. That's good. Tuesday, September 21, 1993. I didn't feel well today. I had a nightmare last night. I cannot remember what it was like, but it was unnerving. I see Scott all the time now since he has started working at the mansion. He's always with Trisha. I used to be one to hang out with Trisha. Friday, October 1, 1993. Mom says she feels better these days. It's as she forgot she even has cancer. I hope she recovers quickly. Mr. Johnson is a great man to help us out like this. Monday, November 8th, 1993. Trisha talked to me today. She said Scott is busy recently and she feels lonely. I would never make her feel that way. I cannot say it to her, but I will be there whenever she needs me. We talked a lot. I wish every day would be like today. Oh man, there is something going on between them. Monday, February 14, 1994. Today Scott came and asked if I know anything about Father Calvin. I only knew him as the previous church pastor before Father Matthew took over. I told Scott to ask Matthew about it. Scott didn't say anything and left. Looks like they aren't getting along too well. Bald cats. Yeah, I need to get the key for her locked drawer first, bro. Or maybe this is the one for her. Could be also. I actually thought it would be the key for um for the hospital, but you're actually right. It could be also the drawer. Okay. Aha, there is this cross. May 22nd, 1994. Mom is so judgmental. She doesn't want me to be near Scott, saying that I should find someone who is of the same class as me. What does that even mean? Who determines what class Scott is in? Mom talked to Father Matthew? Is that why Father Matthew also forbade us from seeing each other? Don't they know we're in love? July 24, 1994. Last night Scott and Father Matthew had a big fight. Father Matthew told him to stop seeing me again. I asked Scott why, but he didn't know the reason. I feel so miserable. October 10, 1994. Scott asked if I had a younger brother named Vincent. I didn't. He told me that it was probably just a rumor, but I wanted to be sure about it. Who'd spread such a rumor about my family? October 2nd, 1994. At dinner, I asked Mom if I ever had a younger brother named Vincent. She stared at me and said no. She then asked where I got the name from. When I said from Scott, she told me dinner's over. I argued with her. She yelled and sent me to my room. Later, I heard her arguing with Dad. October 26, 1994. How could Mom fire Scott? That is so unreasonable. There's no reason at all for firing him, and why can't I see Scott anymore? I love Scott. Dad loves him too. Only Mom hates him, and I don't even know why. November 22, 1994. I find it really strange. I knew that today was Scott's day off. Wait, I thought he was fired. However, day off, so I tried to surprise him at the cabin. However, I could not find him. I searched everywhere inside, outside of the cabin. He was nowhere to be found. Just as I was about to leave, he suddenly appeared as if he had been in here this whole time. This was happened several times now. I'm wondering if there's a hidden room in the cabin. Yeah, I know already there is. Trisha Roberts story. Okay. Please hold on to this. Someday I will tell you everything. Okay. Dear Trisha, you can always stay at my place when you feel lonely. Dorothy. Aha, it's this Dorothy's key. Nice. So we have Dorothy's key. The cross. Okay. So the cross is the hidden room. I still don't have anything to open that one. Okay, we're making progress. Okay. Dorothy's house. Let's go to Dorothy's first. It's here, right? Okay, Dorothy's house. So we have access here. Charles asked February 2, 1975. Charles asked something of me today. He asked if I would be willing to stay with Sophia, that he'd arranged to have a house rented out a little ways from the mansion. I told him that I would help, but that Sophia's pregnancy will eventually show. There's no way of hiding it. He seemed very worried. February 6, 1975. Charles came up to me and expressed his gratitude for taking care of Sophia. He said he will be covering all the necessary expenses. He told me not to tell anyone about it. As for Sophia's growing belly, when the time comes, I am to make up something about her running errands outside of Painscreek. I'm not sure if that will work. April 6, 1975. Sophia is 8 months into her pregnancy. Her belly is big now. I asked her how she felt. She told me she's happy and feels hopeful for the future. She said it would be best if the baby is a boy. Can understand why she's thinking that way, but I can't help but I wonder how Vivian will feel about it all. What will the ramifications of this be? Scriptures, but okay. Helping and serving others in the name of God. Damn, those drawers sound like a mountain. True. Some really do. Those, right? Okay. So we need a key to get there. Okay. Kept thinking something was chasing me in my game. Okay. Okay, now we're going to the cabin, to the cabin. It's got secrets. VHS. Robert's estate security tapes. Oh, okay. Okay. An old gate key. That's probably could be the sewers key or something similar. I don't know. An old gate, or it's the gate in the mansion, maybe. Monday, February 13, 1995. I realized who I am from the moment I saw the photo. I have the exact same blanket. I know who my father is. Everything makes sense now. Tuesday, March 7, 1995. I visited Andrew today. I needed to know where they hid Mom's body, but he cried and begged me not to say anything about it anymore. There was no room for whatever question I had left. I then told him that the boy he gave to Father Carvin to get rid of. He was utterly shocked. After that, I left. I could not bear to look at him for another second. I know who I am. I feel everything is falling apart. Monday, April 3, 1995. Andrew came to the cabin and told me where the body was hidden. He said he was sorry and left. Externally, I was quiet. Internally, I was sputtering and livid. After he left, I came to my room and cried. Tuesday, April 4, 1995, and we had dried up. The well had dried up and was covered in moss. I couldn't have known that the well even existed if it didn't work at the mansion. I finally found Mom's body, buried her in the cemetery next to Father Calvin. There was no tombstone for her, just a wooden cross. I don't think okay. I don't think Father Calvin would mind. After all, he was the one who saved me. Wednesday, May 3rd, 1995. A month has passed. I haven't worked since I have stopped meeting anyone. Trisha knocks on my door every day, but I would hide each time. She cries every time, begging me to come out, anxious to know why I won't see her if she has done everything wrong. I don't know what to say to her, but I know we cannot be together anymore. Saturday, May 13, 1995. Father Matthew visited me today. He said that he hasn't seen me at church for a while, that no one has heard from me in weeks. When he asked how I was doing, I began crying. The tears just flowed down my cheeks. I cried and I cried. I just couldn't stop them. I told him everything. I told him that I know that Charles is my father. I confessed that I knew that Trisha was my half sister. I said I didn't know what to do now. He listened and didn't speak. Scott Brook story. Okay. Here's a pattern on the baby's blanket. Oh. Looks like a music box key is attached on it. Okay. Uh-huh. Trisha look nice. Okay. Magdalene. Charles. Couldn't be her. She tried to find Sophia. Who killed my mother? Ah, that's the question. Okay. He's my father? He saved me. Couldn't be him. In Indonesia at the time, Matthew. He's 6 years old at the time, Derrick. She loved, took care of Sophia when she was pregnant. So, with Andrew, Wanda, Charles, Bernard, Vivian, Dr. Johnson, killed Magdalene. Why was she killed? Okay. Bird's house. Birdhouse. Dorothy's house. Old sewer entrance. Andrew's house. Time capsule. I haven't seen the time capsule thing yet. Derrick Wanda's house. Bernard's house. So the old sewer. The bird's house, I don't know. The Dorothy house and the old sewer. Time capsule. I found out who killed my mother. Okay. Did you? Store the item inventory. Okay. So, Painscreek sewers. Oh, that's a map of the sewers. Okay. I have the feeling that Scott might have been the one who killed at the end most of the people. Because he found out what happened and then... However, let's find out. Okay, this is probably the sewer key. Key for a music box. It's an old mansion gate. Okay. That's probably... Okay. Let me open the sewers. So, two mayors mentioned. Okay. It's locked. So I think I'm now here. Oh, ho, ho. Okay, so far everything was closed. Okay, that's probably the hospital, right? Oh, really? Can I just close it? Mm-hmm. The storage room. Okay, I found a hammer. Okay, I unlocked the door. Amazing. Okay, was not loud at all. BH key. Briefcase key, that's what I need. Okay. Aha. It's his briefcase. Okay. Okay. 16th April 16th, 1997. I caught Dorothy last week. She told me something interesting about Sophia. There was a puzzle that she received from Matthew when she first started working at the mansion, sort of a birthday gift for her. That puzzle Sophia was to visit both hers and Matthew's favorite locations in Painscreek. In each location lies a clue that Matthew had written on the wall of building exterior. The clues, when put together, will point to her at to her the location and her gift. I thought this was a neat idea. Why would someone like the post office, and where can I find Matthew's favorite places? I received an anonymous message this morning. It claimed that Scott wasn't Vivian's killer. Unfortunately, that's all I got. I've had my doubts whether Scott really killed Vivian. He sure had a motive, but upon reading all his diaries and looking through his investigation notes, I can't help but think that Scott didn't kill Vivian. On the contrary, he was trying to find out who killed Vivian as well as what really happened to Andrew Reed and Dr. Johnson. I still don't know if this anonymous person is a man or a woman, but they've helped solidify my thoughts of Scott. I mean, it could be also um could be also that Trisha at the end killed all of them because she found out what really that like the guy he loves is actually like his brother, her brother. Mhm. And that's the fault of his parents or whatever. I received another message yesterday. It told me to look into Bernard, the mansion's butler. I can't help but feel that this person is trying to tell me something, but not exactly what. The message the message said I will find something in the house. Today I received a key in the mail with the initials BH. Does it stand for Bernard's house? I've searched everywhere and read of all of Bernard's diaries. Something just doesn't add up. Maybe it's just a bunch of a hunch or simply that I'm thinking too much, but would he really killed Vivian? There's something else about his entries that just make me pause. I wonder if he was indeed a murderer. I photographed all the pages. Okay, so we got one tool, a hammer. And we got a couple of keys. BH. A briefcase key. And the old mansion gate key. Name is John Cena. How you doing, my man? How are you doing? So, hospital. Um. Good to see your face, man. Yeah, I'm happy that I was able to do one stream here, or I'm still doing the stream. Since I have free tomorrow, also I decided to do a longer stream, or like finishing one game at least. Okay, here we are. We opened the fucking door finally. So, however, Vivian Roberts, blah blah blah. Dear Dr. Henry Johnson, I would like to thank you for the contribution to Painscreek Community Hospital and the people of Painscreek for the past 2 decades. However, there have been reports regarding the mishandling of funds designated for PCH, most of which came from the Robert Relief Fund. Support was meant to help with the purchases of medical equipment and supplies. Since the sum of nearly 160K has been estimated missing, we have no other choices except to open an investigation. Until you are able to explain the discrepancies between your accounting and ours, we have no choice but to suspend all funding to the hospital by the time being. I will be meeting you and your accountant to solve the issues so we might continue to support the hospital's needs. Sincerely, Vivian Roberts. Yo, work is insanely busy and I cannot really plan to end in time. Plus travels, plus visitors. Ah, I see. I see. But you still have the weekends. That's good. I mean, in my case, it's the same, but I cannot really change the weekends and stuff like this. So I can't do anything about it right now. Where are we on the sign up sheet to stay at your house? What? Are you visiting or what? 9 hours, holy shit monkey. It's Reggie, you know. This is a normal stream for me. Or not. I would say 9 hours is nothing special so far from my side. Only those days. Let's go. You're going to visit my man in India or what? Holy shit. Nice. You hired Reggie? As what? As butler or smoker? Barbecue? Barbecue chief of barbecue or something? To Charles Roberts, I don't know if it is a joke that you sent me to the thread letter, but if you knew about the well, then you must have found out the truth. Just so you know, your wife was the one behind all of it. If you have any grudge, it's with her, not me. I was just a witness in Sophia's death, nothing more. Henry Johnson, June 30, 95. Fax it tomorrow. I know what you did. Meet me at the well at midnight. You know which one. Come alone. Okay, I guess Sophia is dead. Dorothy. Oh, 203. Nice. Another key.
Henry, I just received a letter from the NMB investigation firm regarding the use of the RRF funds. I need you to call me. Henry, we really need to talk. Please call back. What's going on, Henry? Why aren't you returning my calls? This is really important.
Okay. This is really important. Okay. Good. Office done. Now we need to go. Which was it? A 203 we need to go. 203. Knock, knock. It's locked. Okay. Lots of storybooks. Scott Brooks, body found by jogger with multiple stab wounds to the heart. Police do not know if this is tied to the murder of Vivian Roberts. Scott Brooks, a star suspect in the Vivian Roberts case, was found dead yesterday. His body was found on the roadside along Maple Drive. At around 6:50 a.m., a jogger happened to find a body lying motionless behind a bush on the side of the road. He stopped to check if the person needed help and only noticed that the body was covered in blood. He immediately called 911. The police arrived shortly at around 7 a.m. and the victim was declared dead. The estimated time of death was predicted to have happened 4 to 6 hours prior, putting the incident to have occurred around 1 to 3 a.m. Questions have been raised in regard to the murder of Vivian Roberts, of which Scott Brook was the key suspect of. He had been released from prison due to insufficient and we cannot turn it around. Looks like a room key. Okay. Yeah, July 27, 1995. Yesterday, on hearing that Scott was apprehended for murder of her mother, Trisha collapsed. The hospital called this morning to inform us that this was just a nervous breakdown. They've suggested that she should stay for another few days. Charles is asking me to stay by her side. August 3, 1995. It rained today. Trisha has always hated the rain. She stayed in bed, tucked under the blanket nearly the entire day. Here and there she mutters Scott's name out loud. She cried herself to sleep a few times. It pains me to see her like this. August 22, 1995. Charles visits Trisha almost every day. Today he was quieter than usual. All of a sudden he told me that Vivian had been seeing another man, apparently a banker, for more than a year. He asked me if Vivian ever talked to me about it. I said I didn't know anything, but was sure that Vivian would never have done such a thing. Then I realized that Trisha was awake. I'm not sure if she heard our conversation. September 8, 1995. Sheriff Howard came today. He asked me if I remember seeing anything suspicious the night Vivian died. I've already told him everything I know. It's frustrating to be asked over and over about things that I just want to forget. Before he left, I asked if Scott could really be the killer. He said he's wondering the same thing. If Scott was not the killer, then who killed Vivian? September 16, 1995. Derrick came by to see Trisha. I asked him how he was doing. He said that the medical expenses for Wanda were more than he expected. Even with Charles' help, he's been forced to use up most of his savings. He's currently searching for a second job. He asked me if there was a future for him. Traveling with Charles made him see some of the rather ugly sides of the world. His mother is hospitalized with terminal cancer, and seeing his best friend Trisha like this pains him. I don't know what to tell him. Before he left, he leaned close to her and whispered, "Would it have been better if Scott just never showed up? Would you have chosen me?" I wish that I've never heard that. Uh-oh. Is Derrick the killer? At least of him. Okay. Sorry, boss was adding wood to the smoker. Since Cindy hired you, what is he doing on your smoker? That's my question. Okay. Bedroom key found next to Dorothy's diary in the hospital room 203. So that's probably bedroom key for Dorothy's room. A briefcase key. Okay. Um. He was adding wood, not me. I know. That's what I figured out already. But what are you doing at his place? Or the other way around? No, it's more riddle, not horror. Story, riddle, I would say. A pennant of mother. Daughter of ex-mayor found dead at Painscreek Community Hospital. Yesterday morning, the body of Trisha Roberts was found on the grounds of Painscreek Community Hospital. She was pronounced dead at 7:20 a.m. According to Miss Thompson, she was starting her morning shift when she heard some sound near the reception area. She went out to find Trisha lying motionless. Blood was flowing out from her head. She quickly called Dr. Bennett, the attending physician for the day's morning shift, who brought Trisha to the emergency room at once. Unfortunately, it was too late. The hospital CCTV shows that Trisha Roberts was walking around the hospital around 6:30 a.m. She headed to the roof at 6:55 a.m. A few minutes later, her body was found on the ground 3 floors below. Charles Roberts, ex-mayor and father of the deceased. Ah, okay, I know where she chopped down. Okay. Actually crazy. Everyone dying here. Friday, October 27, 1995. Scott was released from prison this morning. Matthew went to pick him up. There's a lot of tension here in Painscreek. Mostly people think of Scott as a murderer. Charles tried to stop Trisha from seeing Scott, but it's no use. She was already waiting for him at the cabin. Monday, November 6, 1995. Charles is drinking again. He couldn't stop Trisha from trying to see Scott. Yet Scott seems to be avoiding her. Trisha should not have been discharged from the hospital at this point. She still needs help and rehabilitation. Today, Tuesday, November 14th, 1995. Derrick and Scott fought at the market today. Derrick asked Scott why she is avoiding Trisha. Scott didn't say anything, he just walked away. Derrick told him not to come back anymore. It's sad to see what's happening to them now. They used to be such good friends. Tuesday, November 16, 1995. Oh my god, Scott was killed? Wait, how many days? 2 days later. Saturday, December 2, 1995. Trisha's been going crazy ever since Scott died. She sometimes screams in the middle of the night. Here and there she asks us why Scott has visited her for a while. No one seems to know how to answer without agitating her condition. Wednesday, December 6, 1995. Trisha is finally being admitted to the hospital for another mental breakdown. Charles doesn't know what to do. I've asked for his permission to take care of Trisha at the hospital until she recovers. I think Charles appreciates my help. Dorothy Patterson's story. Okay. Looks like a house key. For which house though? Dear Dorothy, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude for all you've done for me. You've been taking care of you've taken care of my store on so many occasions. Ah you've helped maintain a bright spirit. I would be lying if I said that I'm not saddened by your departure. I will greatly miss you. I wish you all the best in your new place. Do invite me there once you've settled in. May God be with you. Best regards, Oliver Gibson. Ah, okay. That's probably the Oliver Gibson key. The photo lab. Sophia. Four-digit key again. Okay, I don't know. I don't know the code right now. Sophia. Okay. I think I found the key. Briefcase key. Okay, we first go to, where is it? First go here. Finally, we made it in also here. We made it in here. Dear Mr. Oliver Gibson, regret to hear that Father Matthew will not be joining any part of the annual religious gathering event from July 18th till the 23rd in South York. Received Father Matthew's memo yesterday stating that he was not feeling well. I assume he also informed you about this last minute change. Please send him our regards. We wish him swift recovery so he may serve the people of Painscreek soon. People were writing a lot of diaries in this town, that's what I can say. January 3, 1996, we just attended Trisha's funeral this morning. Charles tried to be strong, but by the end of the ceremony his face was wet. Dorothy cried her heart out. It truly pains the soul to witness so many deaths occur here in Painscreek. Every one of those deaths was of a person I knew, and some were very close to me. Among them, Vivian's death shocked me the most. Despite what the media said, I will not for even a moment believe that Scott killed her. It just doesn't make sense to me. Trisha's death hurt the most, probably because I spent last few years mentioning her. She was smart, kind, and very talented. She was turning into a very promising young woman. With her passing, Charles has lost all his family members. He's all gone. He's all alone. I can't imagine the pain he's going through. August 14, 1996. Dorothy left Painscreek early February. Dude, every time you open a drawer, I think a lion is roaring. True. Dorothy left Painscreek early February, a month after Trisha's funeral. The hospital closed shortly after. By the end of the month, Charles has packed and departed Painscreek for good. Wanda passed away on March 12, 1996. Her cancer has spread too far and too deep. The doctor could not save her. 2 weeks after her funeral, Derrick moved out of Painscreek. Autumn is approaching. My photography store will be closing by the end of this month. I have many things to say, but there is no one left to confide in. Anyways, I've been thinking about retiring for quite a while now. Maybe the time has come. Oliver Gibson's story. So somewhere here there should be some tools. No tools? Ah, here. One of the tools. Okay. Tools. We got at least 2 more tools. So we have a shovel. Okay, okay, I know what we could do with those tools now. And also with this. This we need, and this we need. Wait a moment. Let's quickly go here. I think I can use the key for a shortcut or something. Let's find out. Wow, that's so loud. True. That's actually true. So I would think I don't know how this key is fitting into this lock, but however, oh, what do I find down there? Here she lies. Oh, 526. All tools found. Okay. This is a tool. So, here was the bloody. There's probably the knife, right? I found the bloody knife. Okay. You found all tools, yeah? Oh, Jesus Christ, sorry. Okay. I still need to... there's the briefcase. I need to get the briefcase. And I still don't know what to do with the darts. I probably need to find still something. So, where was the briefcase thing? It was over here somewhere. Wasn't it? Okay. So, briefcase. The code for child safe in the gallery is Vincent's birthday. Aha! Vincent's birthday. How could I not have thought about that? Call Sheriff James. 7741. Sheriff James, check his file. Okay. Ah! Okay. So we have the... So we have 60 plus 50. What is this? Triple 18 or? Double 18. Plus 36 means 146 minus 9. $137. Okay. Autopsy report. Andrew Reed, 3rd-degree burns, pneumothorax. 44-year-old white male burns found at the home, pronounced dead at the scene. 3rd-degree burns found across the body and completely charred over the head, face, neck, and hands, heavily charred across the front and the back of the body, legs, and feet. Closer inspection reveals punctured lungs with an object similar to a switchblade or small knife. Pneumothorax is a possible cause of death. This body is too burned to confirm. Henry Johnson. Holy shit. Give me a second. Okay. Henry Johnson. 61-year-old white man pulled out of his car, submerged in lake. Victim's lungs do not contain water, which shows that he did not die by drowning. Due to prolonged submerging of the body in water, estimated time of death might not be accurate. Estimated time of death is between 12 to 16 days. Top right side of the skull leaning towards the front above the right eye has a wide crack, usually caused by a sharp object at strong force. Front torso, face, back portion of forearms suffered numerous lacerations. Victims most likely succumbed to blood loss before being placed in water. Vivian Roberts, 54-year-old white female, found lying in front of mentioned gates, pronounced dead at the scene. 12 centimeter wide and 7 centimeter deep crack found in the right side of the head. Impact caused by strong force with a sharp object. Lacerations on front torso and backside of both forearms. Victims died from loss of blood. Okay. Okay. So, now we have the briefcase. But also that here should be something is kind of weird to me. Still don't know where it should be. Okay, however, there was the one part where there was a key inside the water drainage or whatever. Key with the 20th century sign. Okay. This could fit here to the left, maybe. No? Not? 137. Where was this again? Ah, this was also at the same house. It was also here, right? Did you ever unlock the car by the inn? Yes. Red. So, probably like 6 hours ago or something. So. $137. Looks like a desk key. When the police report July 21, 1995, when the police reported that Vivian was murdered, I was floored. I still don't know what to do. My mind is blank. All I can think is, how did this happen? How can Vivian be dead? July 23, 1995. Everyone's warning about Vivian's death. People are coming or calling in and express their condolences. Charles hasn't been out of his room for days, and Trisha's crying her heart out. Dorothy has been assigning busy work to all the mansion employees, hoping that it would take their minds off the Vivian's death. Samuel, our security guard, has been reviewing all the tapes of the past 2 weeks for any suspicious activities. I wish I could be any of help. Scott was just apprehended for the murder of Vivian. Is that true? No one would have thought of that. I could never ever believe that Scott would be capable of killing someone, let alone Vivian. Yet it makes me so mad. I feel confused. September 29, 1995. Trisha was admitted to the hospital today. She had a nervous breakdown after finding out that Scott could be her mother's killer. Her condition has been getting worse over the past few weeks, and no one has been able to properly help her. Charles finally decided to seek help from the hospital. October 27, 1995. Matthew never believed that his Tom killed Vivian. He hired some fancy lawyer to defend him. Scotty's been released on bail today. It's beyond ridiculous. I don't think Scott should have been released at all, despite the insufficient evidence he killed Vivian. I know that he's guilty. Everyone knows it. They should have gone ahead and prosecuted him. November 1, 1995. The maids were cleaning the mansion when they found some stuff belonging to Vivian, a key and some stationery. I asked Charles what he'd like to do with them, but he told me to take care of it myself. I brought him back to my place. November 4, 1995. Vivian's death has caused lots of grief in everyone, especially Charles. After hearing how heartbroken Charles was 2 nights ago, I can't here to see him suffer anymore. Scott should pay for what he did. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Aha. I drove Vivian today since Derrick is out of town with Charles. As I was driving, we talked. She expressed that despite having a successful business, she felt empty and tired. Trisha hates Vivian for trying to stop her from seeing Scott. She seems to be really bothered by the name Vincent, and her relationship with Charles seems to be just for show. I wish I could comfort her. She's going through so much right now. I only could confess to Vivian how much I respect I have for her, how much I admire her. January 18, 1995. Ever since Trisha brought up the name Vincent, Vivian has been pretty quiet. Even during dinner, she hardly spoke. I can barely remember the last time Vivian appeared happy. I don't think anyone can blame her. Wanda hasn't been coming to work for a while now. Her illness is getting worse. I wonder how she's coping. February 5, 1995. Derrick wasn't available to drive Vivian again, so I offered to help. It's been a month since I first drove for her. She's been opening up more to me, telling me about the struggles she's faced with, her rocky relationship with Charles, how she really dislikes Scott. Sometimes I would give her some suggestions when she asked what she should do. Other times she just wants someone to listen to her. Mostly I'm just happy to be with her. February 22, 1995. Vivian seems rather distraught recently. During the afternoon tea gathering, I stood outside the room and tried to listen to the conversations. She feels miserable being with Charles. They hardly look at each other. Let alone speak personally, I don't think Charles deserves her. I finished reading Vivian's biography. Half of the facts were incorrect. The writer should have done his homework better. March 17, 1995. Sometimes when I'm driving for Vivian, she asks me to drop her off at the corner of the street, typically in front of Tom's cafe. She always telling me that she'll make it back home on her own. It aroused my curiosity, so after dropping her off today, I parked the car and watched her. She ordered a cup of coffee to go. She then left the cafe and walked up the street for about 5 minutes to a residential area. She stopped in front of the apartment and pressed the doorbell. Shortly after, a man in his early 30s wearing a suit opened the door. He leaned over and hugged Vivian. She gave her the coffee to him. They exchanged some words. I couldn't hear what they said, what they entered the apartment together. Who is he? May 12th, 1995. This is the sixth time I followed Vivian. After she went into the building with the guy, I parked the car nearby to wait for her to come out. Is this considered stalking? About 2 hours later, a car stopped out in front of the apartment. Shortly afterwards, Vivian came outside and the man followed closely behind. They chatted for a bit. Vivian looked extremely comfortable with him. Before leaving, she kissed him on the cheek. What's going on? May 29, 1995. I tracked down the guy. He works at a bank. The place they met is his apartment. How could she do that? Who in the hell is he? I, re- I reported sick from the third consecutive day. As I laid in bed, I kept thinking on why Vivian would be seeing another man. No matter what Charles did to her, she has kept her faith in him throughout her years. How could she be having an affair now? She's better than that. She's supposed to choose me. And there he's. I knew it, man. I knew it, bitch. Okay. So he he's really having issues. Day one, the hospital gave me these pills. They're supposed to help fight depression. Day two, I feel slight dizziness. I might be the the food that I ate this morning. Day 3, the dizziness comes and goes. I'm still able to work, not a big problem. Day 5, it's my day off today. I didn't take the medication. By the evening, I started thinking about Vivian. Day 8, I had to drive Vivian again, so I took double the dosage. I had migraine for the rest of all day. At least I didn't have to think about her. Day 11, could Vivian stop seeing that guy? Why couldn't I stop thinking about it? Day 12, no, I know that my dizziness comes from those pills. Day 20. The pills, they don't seem to work anymore. It doesn't matter if I take them or not. I can't stop imagining what Vivian and that guy are doing whenever they met. Day 32. I stopped taking the medication. Bernard Hopkins. Hmm. He's clearly a big suspect of killing at least Vivian. Maybe people are killing each other. I don't know. So, what do I have here? Looks like a desk he found in Bernard's house next to his diary. Poplar. Oh, this maybe goes down down the church. Music box. I still have the butterfly shaped key, the music box. A shovel. Looks like a desk key. Okay, I think. I mean, he was clearly stalking her. So, Vincent's. Ah, yeah, you're absolutely right. I forgot that Vincent is Scott, man. For whatever reason, I thought it was his brother or something. 7741. A car key. Vivian Roberts murder case. Record of alibi. Interview record. Interview to Charles Roberts. I wasn't here when my wife was killed. I left for New York on July 18th to attend a conference meeting that was supposed to last for 3 days. I was supposed to be back on the weekend. On the morning of July 20th, however, I received a phone call from Butler Bernard informing me that Vivian had been murdered. I could not believe what I've heard. Sorry. I cut short my trip and immediately came back to Painscreek. Recorded July 25, 1995. Interview to Matthew Brooks. There's an annual religious gathering event in Hartford where pastors from different churches in our state vicinity meet and discuss what we can do to help our society. The event started on July 18th and ran for 5 days, so it ended on July 23rd. I represent Painscreek Trinity Church at the event. Our church can confirm this because we had to cancel our Sunday service that week. Bernard Hopkins. I was preparing for the fundraising event when I felt sick. However, there was no one who can really do my job, so I kept working. At about 9 in the evening, I was too sick to continue, so I bid Vivian good night and headed back home. Dorothy Patterson saw me leave. No, there's no one else that lives there. I live alone. Dorothy Patterson. Yes, Bernard was not feeling well that day, so he left slightly earlier than usual. However, he finished his work before he left. When I saw how sick he appeared, I wondered how he could have kept on working. Well, I guess that what the Roberts family trusts him so much. Me. I was around the mansion most of the time, either preparing the food, making sure that the other maids were doing their jobs. The fundraising event, which was held by the following day, was important to Vivian, so we were all making sure that everything would be perfect. By the time Mary left, it was already past midnight. I locked the doors and went home myself. No, I live alone. Hmm. My name is Mary Martinez. I had been working in the kitchen for the past few days for the upcoming fundraising event. Jimmy Bakery was supposed to deliver the cakes, but a few days before the event, they called to inform us that they can't make it. Suddenly, I was in charge for the cake. I was so mad because we didn't have much time, and this event was supposed to be extremely crucial for Vivian's business. But after hearing that Vivian was murdered, all my anger and work just sort of became irrelevant. Derrick Tyler. I remember dropping Mr. Robert off at the airport on July 18th at around 2 p.m. I was supposed to come back after that to drive around for Vivian, but she told me to take a break since I haven't had a day off for quite some time. I decided to visit a friend of mine who was moving upstate to West Dakota. What sort of friend? An elementary school buddy that used to live there, but moved when he received a scholarship. I stayed at his place for a few days before coming back to Painscreek. Yes, he can vouch for me. I have his number at home. I can give it to you later. Derrick never gave me the number. Uh-oh. To Sheriff Howard. The crack in Vivian Roberts' skull shows that the weapon used an object with a heavy and sharp end. Something like an axe would fit the description. To cause a crack that big, the attacker must be rather strong. I'm assuming it's either a man or a strong woman who experienced and used the weapon. The victim must have been facing the attacker because of the lacerations found in front of her torso, as well as the backside of both forearms, showing that she tried to block the attacks by holding up her arms. The fatal strike landed on the right side of victim's head, just above her right eyebrows. This clarifies the following: that the victim was facing the killer, that the killer is strong enough to land such a clean but deadly blow, and the killer is left-handed. Since the murder weapon was never recovered and confirmed, my assumption of it being an axe still remains. Wait, Derrick is left-handed, right? Since this since this is me doing you solid, do not under any circumstances leak this information or be big trouble. The guys here in Grand City don't want any more than necessary know about these details. Hope the above information helps. Sean M. Smith. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Derrick is left-handed, right? Okay. A car key belongs to a Maverick model. What is a Maverick model? Ah, we have the garage. Is there a car in there? Looks like a desk key found in Bernard's house. Horace and church keys during the 19th century. Oh, 526. Okay. Okay. Um. Since you're right and Vincent is Scott. Vincent's birthday. Okay. Okay, so we wrote down his birthday. Okay. So we can go to the mansion and try Vincent's birthday. Oh. Okay. Hmm. Was that June or July? Hmm. Okay. Ah, okay. Okay. I really hate if games are putting in dates and stuff like this as codes, and then there's a difference between European and whatever. It's a little bit annoying. Okay. Here we have the king with the 4. Charles Roberts of first baby, blah blah blah. Item 1. Article 6b of my will shall be modified to read: the boy be born in Roberts' family that is of a direct lineage to Charles Roberts. If he is the elder son and no others contest, he shall inherit all the family's fortune upon Charles Roberts' passing. The sole condition of this is that the son must be at least 25 years of age. Item 2. Article 6a of my will shall be stricken to its entirety. The firstborn child of Robert's family shall inherit 50% of all family's fortune should Charles Robert pass away. Item 3. Article 11 shall be added to my will and shall read: Vincent Robert, born of Charles Roberts and Sophia Miller, of June 1, 1975, shall be officially acknowledged as family member of the Robert family effectively July 1st, 97. July 31, 1995. I cannot believe that Scott killed my wife. It's been spewed all over the media. How? Why? He loves Trisha and I treated him like my own son. It doesn't make any sense. August 30, 1995. I visited Scott today. I asked him why he would kill Vivian. He did not answer, but simply looked down on the floor. I wanted an answer so desperately that I really saddled his neck. Does he even feel any guilt for any remorse for what he've done? How can he not say anything? October 22, 1995. I visited Scott again today, knowing that he will be released soon. There just isn't enough evidence to pin him. He looked thinner than before, but I didn't care. I wanted to know why he killed Vivian. When I asked, he stared at me. I was so angry that I yelled at him. I was about to leave out all of my leave when out of nowhere he said, I pity the ignorant. What the hell does that mean? November 2, 1995. I got drunk last night at the inn. Scott is now a free man. I think I babbled about how much I despise Scott and what I would do to have someone get rid of him. Did I really say that? How did I get home anyways? Oh, side. Bernard was with me. He drove me home. First National Bank. Routing number 04